A vida é feita de sonhos, né? O que seria da gente sem a realização deles? A gente está vivendo um momento conturbado no mundo, né? E isso me deu ainda mais vontade de realizar meus sonhos. E eu sempre tive vontade de fazer a costa inteira dos Estados Unidos, de San Diego até Washington, curtindo cada nova praia, entrando com o carro na areia, com uma barraca no teto. E eu achei que agora era a hora. E deu tudo certo, a natureza e o destino e Deus contribuíram para a realização desse meu sonho. Vou curtir muito essa viagem. Quando eu falei para o meu patrocinador e amigo Armin, da Nova Zelândia, que eu ia começar minha trip pela Califórnia, ele falou, cara, logisticamente é mais fácil mandar suas asas lá para San Diego, na casa do Mike Murphy, aquele cara que criou o Foil. A gente está trabalhando junto, e daí você dá uma ligadinha para ele e combina com o cara. Falei, beleza. Dei uma ligadinha pro Mike e o cara, foi simplesmente muito simpático, muito legal. Ele falou, cara, o Armin me falou de você, eu dei uma pesquisadinha na internet, eu vi que você gosta de ondas gigantes. Eu moro de frente para uma lagoa alucinante, eu tenho um barco aqui na frente. Vem aí curtir comigo uns dias, que você não vai se arrepender. E assim começou minha trip com o pé direito. A casa dele é bem na beira da lagoa. É onde ele testa todos os foils dele. Olha isso, olha o lifestyle dele que é alucinante, olha. Casa na beira da lagoa, só testando os foils. A primeira vez que eu vi um foil na vida foi quando eu fui surfar de Jaws, acho que em 98 ou 99. E eu vi o Lerdo e o Dave Calamo, os caras fazendo tow-in lá com botas de snowboard anexadas às pranchas e pegando altas ondas. Mas pesquisando, quem criou o foil foi o Alexander Graham Bell, aquele cara que inventou o telefone em 1906. Agora, quem teve a atitude de colocar um foil embaixo de uma prancha, puxado por um barco a primeira vez, foi o Mike Murphy. E hoje eu sou um dos maiores viciados nessa modalidade, como milhares de outras pessoas no mundo inteiro, graças a essa turma. Just pass the gate.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Look at this.
This is my little, I don't know if you'd call it a shop or a museum. A little bit of both, I guess.
So addicted to the foil. Then I have to say thank you, because you created.
You're welcome. I've been addicted to it since 66, man. Since I was.
Look at this.
So this is like an old manta ray. A guy made in Texas 1 million years ago. This is a wing I made. So when we come down from these big high jumps, instead of hitting the wing all at once and taking all the shear, the theory is here, this hits first, takes the sting out of the landing, and then that. So I've got all kinds of stuff I can show you. Here, check this out. This is like the first hydrofoils ever. 2 water skis, one here, one here. Yeah. And then they were kind of wobbly, you could imagine this way. Yeah. So my dad, see these things right here?
Yeah.
That was for cables. So one cable went up to this front of the ski, another cable went up to the back of the ski to keep them wobbling. So I learned how to ride these in '66. That was it, man. I was addicted, and I've been doing it ever since.
It's great when the dad, support all the craziness of the sons, think around 98, 2000, when Laird and all those guys started to, with the foil, you know, that you made for them. A friend of my people, he bought some foils from you, and I started to use with boots and everything.
Yeah, the
But-
K2 clickers.
Yeah, but those things got me afraid because I was afraid of hurt my knee. I loved the thing, but I was like, no, I can't do it because it can hurt. But when I saw people foiling without boots, like nowadays, from 3 years from now, I was like, now it's my turn.
Yeah. When I met Laird, I'd actually met his wife first, his to-be wife. This is Gabrielle Reese.
Yeah.
And she was doing a season 1 of The Extremist, where she would travel around, much like you do, to different people and space, but she would always learn the sport. She'd see a sport, she'd learn it. She did season 1, so she learned before Laird. And then I taught Laird how to ride it, and then he said, hey man, he said, you know, he said, I want one of those. I want a stand-up. Can you make me a stand-up? And I said, yeah, we've already made stand-ups before. So we made him one, but his thought wasn't to tow in surf. That wasn't even a thought. It was, they've got their tow-in skis, they got their team, their crew, whatever, their team, and when there's no waves, when it's flat, we can go out and rip on this foil. And this is when it was just very first starting, and I was the only guy making foils. That makes me happy. It really makes me happy to think that, man, this thing really turned into a big sport. How I came up with the idea is I had made a knee board. The hydrofoils behind the boat have been around a long time, but they were so dangerous and so hard to get up on, they never went anywhere. In fact, by '66, they were fizzled out, they were finished. Or I thought I knew, and maybe I knew, that hydrofoiling and airplanes are basically the same. And water is like 800 times denser than air. I had a buddy that knew how to run a computer to do this venture with me, a hydrofoil knee board. And his job was to make the foil. My job was the idea. But what he did on the mast, where it was symmetrical left and right, I mean leading edge and trailing edge, he just squared off the back. And it got up and it flew just fine. But then when it got to a certain speed, smack, right on the water. Because what happened, we were punching a hole in the water with the hydrofoil, but we wasn't filling that hole back in. So the water would spin like this. I ground it off and made it where it was like it's supposed to be in the back, and the thing actually worked. So that was on a hydrofoil knee board. I figured, this isn't for me. I don't want to get hurt. I mean, a big aluminum polished blades are a bit intimidating, and not being attached to the board, very dangerous. So I put a seat belt on it. That made me really happy. And then just pursuing it from the knee board to the foil, and it just got better and better and better. And now it's just off the charts. I mean, people do them with wings and kite boards and stand-up paddle boards and prone surfing and tow-in surfing, and it really makes me happy to think that, man, this thing really turned into a big sport.
What a beautiful boat, bro. Good morning,
Thanks, man.
Sylvio.
Sylvio, Ron, nice to meet you.
He said he rips. Yeah, I can't wait to see
Rip my
that.
shorts.
Oh no, I bet you rip.
You go have some fun now. When you're surfing in a big wave, you've got like, maybe if you got a 3-foot wave, you got a 3-foot swell under you too. I mean, you got power. You're not going to run out of power. or behind a boat, if you have a wake that's a foot high, you got a swell that's a foot under you, kind of had to find that wake to find where the power was. It's just not unlimited power. You have to pinpoint that power and stay there. But what's happening now is he's cutting so fast back and forth. He's creating speed. You don't need the power of a wake. Speed will fly you. The sport is changing.
Yeah, action! There is no need of rope, that's crazy. Oh, bro. Now I know why you guys are addicted.
Second best thing there is.
What's the first?
Ice cream. At my age, it used to be something else when I was younger, but now it's ice cream for sure.
As a beginner, what I have to learn?
3 things you got to remember is have fun and smile, and it's not surfing.
Here we go.
You're gonna be another Ron Stack.
That was nice. Oh, that was so close.
É mais difícil do que parece.
You were on the very tail of the power, like that's why you had to do so much pumping. If you would have came closer to the boat or went back another 10 feet behind where you were, you would have had the power on either end of it.
You were between the first wake and the second
Yeah,
wake.
you had to do all the work, which was super impressive because like you were keeping up with all your own power. We had an engine, you had your legs.
You just had your solar panel kicking you some energy.
But I'm happy, you know. I'm so happy to learn that because it's challenging, man, and it's cool because you can. I saw you, I was like, man, that's cool. I'm feeling the difference about buoyancy because this is not salt water.
Yeah,
huh?
fresh water.
Fresh
Yeah.
water, it's a different buoyancy, right?
Yeah.
It's like people today, they think, oh, hydrofoiling, it's a new sport. God, it's something new. This hydrofoiling is really cool. Yeah, and they go, well, it's really not a new sport. I've been doing it since I was 18 and I'm 73, so it's not too new of a sport, you know. When I was younger, just at a high school, I went and got a casual card to work at the harbor doing this kind of stuff. And I'd water ski during the summer, so then I just started skiing year round. I'd go to different countries and ski and made that as a living. Not a big future in it, no retirement in it, being a professional water skier or hydrofoiler. But I wouldn't trade it for anything. You know what? I just had too much fun. And I'm still having fun. I walked into Tommy's Slalom Shop, which is a big giant dealer. Walked in the door and there's like, with the salesman, there's like 6 people standing there clapping. That was about respect. These people know who you are and what you've done. You know what? Just to get credit for is more important than money to me.
Thank you very much. It's so good, really.
Thank you. That's the first time I've ever made pancakes.
No way. No way, I don't believe that.
When my mother turned 50 years old, I can remember when she turned 50 years old, she learned how to water ski. And I thought she was crazy. It's 50 years old, it's so old. When she got 75, she was having a hard time getting up. She got tired quick. If she fell, she didn't want to get back up. So at 75, I taught her how to ride a hydrofoil. And she took to hydrofoiling like a duck to water. I mean, she loved it. She had cancer pretty bad and was operated on. Then she got bitten by Alzheimer's. But she kept skiing and she made it up till she was 86 years old. The doctor at her operation said, well, your skiing days are over. Told her, I says, nah, her skiing days are over. He said, well, you may know skiing, but I know cancer. Don't count on it. I took him back a picture out of the newspaper a year later with her skiing in Catalina and back on her like her 86th birthday. The guy just about fell over. She didn't even know she went there. After we had breakfast, she wanted to ski back. I said, you only get to go one way today, Mom. She said, well, I haven't even skied yet. I go, yeah, fill your wetsuit. It's wet. Why is it wet? But that, you know, that's what really keeps me going, is I need to be able to keep up with my mother. If I can ski to Catalina and back when I'm 86 years old, I will be happier than a pig in stink. Yeah.
Caraca, isso aqui é muito, meu, pesado. Essa aqui é perigosa, parece.
Hey, Dan, I'm on your way over to your house.
It's 10:30, you're early. Okay, I'll rest and I'll get down there soon.
Take your time.
Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna go to Danny's house. And she is a hydrofoiler. She wants to pull, so we're gonna pull her. She used to do flips, but she got a little bit older now. She's got different priorities in life. Not better priorities, but different priorities. So I'm not getting hurt. She's a grandma.
Who's been working on the sit down?
We're gonna have a lady ripping now.
That was fun.
Oh yeah, some good jumps.
That's what I'm out there for, to get some good air.
On this, unlike a stand-up foil, your CG, your center of gravity, is set. You can't move the mast, you can't move your feet back and forth. Where you are is where you stay, okay? 1 foot on top.
That's a lesson learned.
Now scoot back a little bit on the seat. Shit. See how you're floating right now? Look at this gate. Look at this gate. See how, that's the way you want when you start.
Okay. Okay.
You had it under.
Understood. Okay.
Right forward at the waist as far as you can.
Woohoo! Yeah! Ride 'em, cowboy!
Hey, face good this water. Now I respect you more. I respect you a lot more right now after that. Yeah. That's a wild horse.
Yeah.
That's your turn, buddy.
Say what?
It's your turn.
A good story. You want me to tell you a good story? Okay. Well, it's going to be about hydrofoiling because hydrofoiling is good. I just love having to ski in the waves, and I don't know what it was, but you know, we see dolphins, but this day there were literally hundreds of them. I made my ski so it whistles, so I go. When it stops whistling, you throw your trick, right? And I was out doing a kangaroo, which is where you just go from a jump to a jump to a jump to a jump. So my foils go. Next thing I know, I got a dolphin. And then there's just a whole flock of dolphins around me. And I go. And we were all in timing. It was like choreographed. You know, to me, that was just like the best. I love foiling. My brain still does it, but my shoulders and back tell me I shouldn't be doing it. Yeah, I love it. I love doing it. Still pretty good at it up here, but not so good at it here. Your back.
That one that just you floated it around.
Oh, I cut it the leg.
It was the highest one. It was so smooth. I mean, you only like really put that in to get high that one time.
Brother, you're ripping. Yeah. Woohoo.
Gotta do it while you're young, man.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Gotta keep up with mom. You know?
Oh my God,
Your
you're
mom
ripping.
is still my idol. I want to be doing this when she was how old? 87 years old. Okay, Mary Murphy.
It's been a journey, you know. It's been really, really good for me. I'm very happy. A very lucky person. That's more valuable than money.
O destino da barca é partir direto para Santa Cruz, pegar, instalar a barraca no carro, depois tocar para o Oregon, Washington, enfim. Bem-vindo à Califórnia. Uhul!